Hello everyone, TMMgamer here, and today I have the pleasure of bringing you another one of my FIFA 14 tutorials. Now today's tutorial is going to be focusing on defending the flanks. Now in FIFA 14, crossing and heading are more powerful than they have ever been before, so defending the wide areas is absolutely crucial to making sure you win games. So this tutorial will run you through a couple of tricks and tips you can use to ensure that you're much tighter at the back. The first and most simple of these techniques that I'm going to show you today is the simple track back with the midfield. Now, you hear so many football pundits and commentators and managers explaining how important it is for the wide players in attack to track back and help their fullback out, and this is exactly the case in FIFA. As you can see from this clip here, just because I've ran a midfielder back, it's given me many more options to be aggressive in my defence. If I'd just left my midfielder up the pitch and allowed the attacking winger to run at my fullback, I would have been very, very unlikely to put an aggressive challenge in, because if I dived in with that fullback and missed the tackle, it would have meant that the opposing winger would have a pretty much free opportunity to either run at the centre-back and try and take him on and possibly win a penalty, or get an unobstructed cross into the area. Therefore, just by running a midfielder back, it enables you to be a much more attacking player in defence. So you can get your midfielder to put the challenge in, whilst at the same time leaving your fullback in behind that midfielder as a bit of a shield, just in case the winger happens to beat you. However, unfortunately, sometimes in FIFA it is not possible to defend in this manner, most notably when your opponent is on a counter-attack. Quite often this means that several of your players are too far up the field to be able to make an impact in defending the flanks immediately. Therefore, like in this example, what you need to do is try and slow down your opponent's break as much as you can. Firstly, as you can see here, I micro my fullback inside to cover the run in behind my defence, because that was the major threat at the time. You want to stop your opponent's winger from slotting that ball through and giving your opponent a shot on goal. When my centre-back begins to get back into position to cover that run, then I go wide to put the pressure on the winger, slow him down even further, and eventually put a little challenge in which enables my winger to come back, collect the ball and then move upfield. The third example I want to show you guys today is what to do when you have a pass which basically takes both your fullback and your winger out of commission. This is a really dangerous situation, because what it forces you to do is bring a centre-back wide to close the winger down, and obviously by doing this you leave so much more space in the middle of the park for a good winger to put a cross in, and most of the time it will land on a striker's head and you're in a lot of trouble. So what you're looking to do in this situation is just close the winger down as fast as possible and try and block that cross. The last thing you want to try and do is put a lunge challenge in, because if you allow that winger to skip past you, you're going to be in a lot of trouble, because like I mentioned, due to the huge amount of extra space created in the middle of the field. Therefore, what you want to do, as I do in this little example here, is use the secondary player pressure button to bring your fullback back into position. What you want to do is slow the defender down, stay on your feet, and use that R1 button as it is on PS3 to bring the defender back. And as you can see in this example here, because I got my defender, my centre-back, right into the face of the winger to try and stop that cross, he tried to take me on, tried to cut inside. And as you can see here, because I'd used R1 to bring that secondary player pressure in, this time from my fullback, he checked back into the fullback who was running back, he took the ball off him and it relieved the pressure. This is the most dangerous time when you're trying to defend from the flanks, when both your fullback and your winger are taken out of commission, because one rash challenge or one great bit of skill there from the attacker can leave you in a lot of problems. So stay on your feet, bring in extra support, preferably not from the other centre-back, and just hold the play up while you get your defence back into position. And if you do that, like in this example here, you can win the ball back and relieve the danger. That third tip brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope you've learned something, because like I mentioned at the start of the video, crossing and heading are very effective techniques to use in FIFA 14. They have a high rate of success and you can score a lot of goals from them. So being able to defend your flanks effectively can mean that you concede a lot less goals and win more games as a result. So like I mentioned, I hope you've learned something and I hope you enjoyed it. So all that leaves me to do is thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you all have a great day.